Welcome, Devs, your favorite channel, Ivy Mesa. Today I'll be building for you another e-commerce website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Yes, you heard me that this is a JavaScript code. I'll be showing you how to simplify building such a website like this one that you are seeing here today. So I'll make it also mobile responsive. Like as you can see, if I click on inspect, so this is what you can expect to see from being mobile responsive. And when click the menu button, you can just have this drop down. So this will be done using HTML and CSS. So this is the code that I have. I'll put the boilerplate. I'll put the boilerplate inside inside the description, as well as I'll leave the link to the full complete code on my GitHub account inside the description. So you can just look into the download section, the description section, and find those links. So here I am today. I've got already linked up to Font Awesome online 4. Yes. So without wasting your time, let me get on to coding. So this is what I have to do. First of all, I'm going to start off by having a div which we shall call header. Then inside the div header, I'm going to have an h2 which I shall call class name logo. Then for the logo, I need this text. Then I'm also going to have an image for the drop down. So let's find this image inside the images folder /menu.png. Just give it a class name. Let's give it a class name of menu. Then the text that will appear in case the logo does not load this text. Then I want a function on click. This is the function that will appear, that will be triggered on click. I'm going to call it menu for JavaScript. Then let me have in an order listings for the listings that for the drop down. Let's give it a listings. Then let's have hyperlinks. Okay, let me just like copy it. For the drop down, I'm going to have 5, so I'm just going to 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the drop down menu that will appear inside product, about, contact, then cut. So this is how it will appear like. Now let's go outside the div and let's create another one which I'll call home. Then inside the div, I'm going to have a div which I shall call content. Then I'm going to have h2 text and the break. So let me collect the new text that shall go inside the, then this is the winter. Then let's add paragraph text. These are the paragraph content for the inside the paragraph text. Yeah, like this. Okay, let me just make. Okay, I can also close down this, collapse this menu. Let me just open this down. See. Okay, if I do this, then I open another. Yeah, like this one. Okay, then let me collapse the Explorer page, so like this one, and then I can also go live on my browser. So I hope you can see this one. Okay, let me increase. Okay, yeah, the browser has now come out. So now I'm going to have to add another hyperlink. Let's have discover now text. Then let's have two divs that have close. Div dot facility, then h1 text our facility, then let me have another div which I shall call content. Then let's open another div within inside. I need to call it box. Then we're going to have h2 text, and then we're going to have italic text. Then so for the our facility, we have already pasted it inside h1 text, so we're going to have customer support. Then for the font awesome, I'm going to use a solid state, which I shall call solid. Then I'm going to use a headset. Okay, so now I'm going to add paragraph text. Let's have these paragraph text. This is the text that I'm going to have. So now I can have a look at how my browser looks like. You can see. So this is how everything looks like inside our browser. Now I need to continue coding. So I'm going to have a new div which I shall call box, div.box. Then I'm going to have h2 tags. Then after styling h2 tags, I'm going to have font awesome icons, solid, so now that we are done with this boxing, let's come and copy. We are going to have 3 copies of different boxes. So we have done FA headset free shipping, FA coins. So now I'm going to have secure payment. For the secure payment, I'm going to have a credit card for the credit card. So that means I don't need the last div. This div, I can remove it. So outside the div, let's create another div which we shall call product. Then let's have a look inside our browser how everything now looks like. There you can see. So I need to continue coding. I'm going to say h2 text new array file. Then let me create another div which I shall call content. Then let's have another div which I shall call box. Then let's save a div which we shall call image underscore box. Okay, let's save the image which we shall call images folder slash it's p1. This one is the image that I want. Then let's save an array. Let's add to cut. Then let's save div dot detail. Then let's save s3 text h4 text. Then let's start off with our lifestyle. Then let's save new array file. Then let's set this one to h4 text. So once we have this one, we're now going to copy the div box. Just copy it, and we're going to do it in a bit of multiple. If you look down at our solution, we're going to have these images. There's like 1 2 3 4 3 1 2 3 rows by 4 columns, so it's about 12 of these ones. So I just have to come here, like you say, I've got 2, so you can just speed up everything and say 2 4. Then you just like minimize to make sure that, so this is 4, so let's add another 2. This becomes 6. So I now need to copy this one and say 6 by 2. Yes, so if I minimize my div boxes, there you can see I've got, how many of these are these ones? Yeah, like this. So there you can see we've got 12 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So these are 12. Just so what I'm going to do is that, as you can see from the challenge, just the images are, it's only the different images, but the content is just same. So I'm just going to play around with the images and change the name of the images for everything. So now you just have to come inside the second div, and instead of p1 it's going to be p2. Then you minimize it. Then we go to the third one, p3. Then we go to the fourth one, p4. Then we go to the fifth one, p5. Okay, just make sure that you're minimizing. Then we go to the sixth one, p6. Then we go to the seventh one, p7. p8. p9. This is the p9. Then we go to the 10th. Then we go to the p11. So let's go say product. Yeah. Then we go on to product. Product 5. Then so we have imported the images correctly. Let me come and look inside my browser how our site now looks like. There you get it. We got the images. So now it's time to go. Okay, soon after styling the images, we now need to go and check. Okay, it's now time to go for a new div. Let's create another new div which we shall call div sub. Then inside the div sub, I'm going to start off h2 tags. Then I'm going to add a span. So let's have this information here. Subscribe. Okay, let me delete some unnecessary spacing. Then can I have it inside the spans? Then let's have this one inside there. Okay. Then now I'm going to have a D which I shall call content. Then let's have paragraph tags. So there's the div. Now let's come inside, and within this div I'm going to add another sub div which I shall call form div dot form. Then let's come and say form. Okay, like this one. Let me come inside the form and let me create an input which shall be of type email. Then let's have placeholder text. Using the placeholder, enter your email. Then after entering your email, okay, it's required, it's a must. Then let's have a break BR for the next line. Then let's add a button which shall be of type submit, and then let's give it a class name of sum. Then yeah, so I need the text that will go inside the button for the submit, which shall be subscribe. Yeah, after the second closing div, let's add the paragraph for copyright. Then so you have to look inside. Here you can see, yeah, reloading my page. There you can see. So this is our HTML and HTML coding. This is the skeleton of the code. Now it's time to go to our CSS styling. Okay, now inside my CSS styling, I'm going to be now having to style. I'm styling everything. Then I'm setting everything to a margin of 0, padding 0, then font family sans serif, then box sizing border box. Then I'm going to size the header. Then I'm going to set it to a padding of 10 top, and then 20 pixels left and right, height 50 pixels. Then width 100%, display flexi. Then I need a box shadow. Okay, then I'm going to add, let's have a look at how this is how everything, how the header now looks like. Then let's start the h2 tags, font weight 800, then cursor pointer, then let's start the header menu, display none by default. Then let's have the H unordered listings, display flexi, position relative, left 50%, then margin 10 and 20 pixels. There you can see we have set it to display flexi. Then let's start the listings with a margin to the left of 40 pixels, list style none. Or there you can see we have removed the list styles. Then let's style the hyperlinks, a text decoration none, font size 15 pixels, and color white. The color is black actually. Or there you can see we've removed the list styles and set the color to black. Then let's style the home class name. Height 100%, width 100%, background image. Yes, we need a background image with BG. Then let's have a background size cover, background position center. Then let's have a background attachment to fixed. Or they can see the background image is now there and it's set to fixed. let us start the div class name content. Then let's position relative, uh, padding 10 and 20 pixels, top 25%, margin left 10%. You can see we have started. Then let's start the h2 tags, font size 52 pixels, font weight 100. Yes, they can see we've ordered the font size. Then let's start the paragraph tags. We are going to have margin to the right 50%, then margin top 20 pixels, margin bottom 20 pixels. You can see this paragraph text have been styled. Then let's style the hyperlinks. Margin top 20 pixels, padding 10 and 20 pixels, background color, then color of the text white, text decoration none, and transition 0.5 seconds. There you can see after styling the changes. Then let's start on hover. I want the background color to go to white. Then padding 10 and 20 pixels, width 110 pixels. Yeah, border 1 pixel. Solid. So let's come and have a look on the hover effect. They can see the hover effect. Then let's start the facility. Let's have a height of 50%. Then padding 10 and 20 pixels, width 1100 pixels. Okay. Yeah, they get our facilities. This section for the facilities. This is the section for the facilities. Let's go inside our CSS styling, and let's now start the h1 tags. So I'm going to set the text align center, the margin left 200 pixels, font size 62 pixels, font weight 100 pixels. Then let's start the facility content section. This, let's set margin top 5%, margin left 10%, height 100%, width 100%, display flexi, and let's have a padding of 10 and 20 pixels. They can see after displaying our facilities, this is how now our facility looks like. Div, let's now start the div box. I'm going to set the width 300 pixels, height 250 pixels, margin left 30 pixels, padding 10 and 20 pixels. Let's come. Okay, there you can see. Okay, yeah, I put the closing. Okay, let's come inside our styling. Let's now style the h2 tags. h2 text align center, font size 22 pixels. Then let's now start the font awesome icons. I'm going to say align items to the center, font size 62 pixels, margin left 100 pixels, margin top 40 pixels, then margin bottom 20 pixels, and this will do it. Let me start the paragraph text inside. Text align center, color gray. Then let's come inside and take a look at how how the design now looks like. There you can see this is our first list. Now we're going to study the products div under this new arrival. This is where we're going to start next. Then for the product, I'm going to say padding 10 and 20 pixels, background color white, then margin top 20 pixels. Then for the H2 text align center, font size 62 pixels, font weight 200. Yes, you can see the H2 tag has been styled. We are now going to start the content class name. I'm going to set it to margin left 90 pixels, padding 10 and 20, width 1200, display flexi wrap. There you can see we have set it to flexi wrap. Now let's start the div class name box. Let's set the margin 20 pixels, margin left 20 pixels, overflow hidden. Then height 370 pixels with 230 pixels, background color. Oh, there you can see we have reduced the height and everything. This is how now it looks like. Now let's start the images. Inside the image box, margin left 30 pixels. Okay, I need to set the width of the height. Then height, width is 100%, height 300 pixels. They can see we have reduced the images. Now let's start the image directly inside with the image name, image text, margin left 30 pixels, then margin top 30 pixels, width height 150 pixels, width 150 pixels, margin bottom 50 pixels. Oh, they can see how our design is matching up. Now let's start the hyperlinks. Margin left 50 pixels, text declaration none, padding 8 and 8 pixels, background color black, then color of the text white, then transition 0.5 seconds. Oh, there you can see the background colors have changed. Now let's start on hover. On hovering over the hyperlinks, I'm going to have a border of 1 pixel solid, pink, then color pink, then background none, font weight 400. They can see on over, these are the changes that will come. Then box detail, margin top minus 30 pixels, padding 10 and 20, width 100%, height 100 pixels, background color white, then a box shadow. There you can see these are the changes. We're now styling the detail p text. Then I'm going to give it a color using hexadecimal values, black color. Then let's style the h3 text, margin top 5 pixels, font weight 300 300. Then let's style the h4 tags. I'm going to give them margin top 5 pixels. So after these changes, you can come and look. There we have got everything, how everything now looks like. So now we are going to start the sub. We are going to give it a padding of 10 and 20, height 70%, width 100%, background color. There you can see the sub has changed. We're going to start this h2 text align center. Then the font size 62 pixels, font weight 100 pixels, 100, color F. Then let's start the h2 span border bottom. I want at the bottom of light blue color. They can see this is the border button that we've placed under the discount. We're going to start I'm just going to add some CSS styling content. Let's say a padding of 10 and 20, margin top 30 pixels with 100%. Let me style the paragraph text align center, margin left 60 pixels, margin right 60 pixels, font size 20 pixels, font family sans serif, font weight 50. Then let's style the form, margin top 60, text align center. Then let's start the input inside, then padding 10 and 20, border none, then outline none, width 700 pixels, height 60 pixels, border radius 50 pixels, font size 18 pixels. Wow, there you can see it's almost matching up to expectations for our design. So there's still some work to do to the sub button in the. So let me come inside and continue our styling work. We are going to start the sum, class name, padding 10 and 20, then margin top 20 pixels, height 50 pixels, width 300 pixels, border radius 50 pixels, border none, outline none, cursor pointer, font size 18 pixels, background color, and then the color of the text white. So now let's start the sub P, paragraph text at the bottom, right at the bottom, margin top 30 pixels, text align center, align items to the center, then font size 18 pixels. They now see that if we review this one's our solution, so we now have got everything. Now we want to do for mobile responsiveness of our solution. We are going to be using media queries. It maximum 750 pixels. That's for header. So I'm going to style to make the menu responsive. So I'm going to say header unlisted background color black, height 700%, width 100%, padding 10 and 20, display to none by default, flexi wrap, position relative left side 0%, margin left minus 30%, margin top 30 pixels, set index 1000, transition 0.5. Then we are going to start the active. I will create a new class name called active with an ordered listings. Let's say display block. Then let's start the listings inside the unordered listings. I'm going to set the margin to the left 70 pixels, list down none, margin to the top 20 pixels. Then let's start the hyperlinks for mobile responsiveness, text decoration none, font size 15 pixels, color white. Then header menu, let's start the header menu. Let's set it to display block, position relative left 55%. Then let's start the home content, position relative, padding 10 and 20 pixels, top 25%, margin left 5%. Then let's start the h2 text to make the mobile responsive, font size 42 pixels, font weight 100. Then we also want to start the paragraph text, a margin right 30%, margin top 20 pixels, margin bottom 20 pixels. Then let's start the facility for mobile responsiveness, height reduce it to 50%, padding 10 and 20, then width 1100 pixels. Then the h1 text, let's have text align center, margin to the left, so minus 73%, font size 52 pixels, font weight 100. Then the facility content, margin top 5%, margin left minus 4%, height 100%, width 100%, display blocks, flexi wrap, flexi direction column, padding 10 and 20. Then product h2 tags, product only, productive class name product, padding 10 and 20, background color, margin top 200%. Then let's start the h2 tags, text align center, font size 62 pixels, font weight 200, product content, margin left 30 pixels, padding 10 and 20, with 1200, display blocks, flexi wrap. Let's start the boxing. Margin left, margin 20 pixels, margin left 0, overflow hidden, height 370 pixels, width 230 pixels, background color. Let's start the sub at the right at the bottom there, padding 10 and 20, then height 130 pixels, width 100%, then background color. Then let's start the form input for mobile responsiveness, padding 10 and 20, border none, outline none, width 300 pixels, height 60 pixels, border radius 50 pixels, then font size 18 pixels. So these are the CSS properties for mobile responsiveness of our solution. So if you come in and you inspect the coding, there you can see on mobile responsiveness it's like this, but there's no functionality there. So we now want to add JavaScript code, so that on click on the menu icon it performs. So now inside my I have to go inside my index file, right at the bottom of the page, below the border, below the body, closing tag. Let's create a script. So the script will call function menu. This is a function menu that we are going to be using. So this, if you come inside, remember we referred this function main, so this is the function that we shall be using. This is the same function that we are using on click. So this is an operation that happen on click. Let the header equals to, this will be the new header, document dot query selector. We need a query selector. It will go inside and look for the query selector header. If you come inside our CSS, when we're doing this one, is the referred query selector, or inside our index HTML file, where can you find it here. This class name is the one that is being selected, which wraps up everything that is in this side. So I now know that you now know where we are going to have our document.query selector at your file. Document.query selector, this header is the one that is being referred. This is where we are going to make our changes. It will change the class listings, and it will toggle the new header. So we now have header dot class list dot toggle. So this will be one that will be toggled. So now let's come. So on clicking, you can see that the browser has been activated. Is activated the class name active. So now we got our mobile responsiveness. So this completes our project. Thank you for watching.